folks, over Railz here. I finally get to unbox some stuff that came from eBay. I say finally because these boxes have been aging on my front porch for days. 4 or 5 days at least. I understand that that virus can stay alive on cardboard surfaces for 3 days. If that's true, you shouldn't even bring the cardboard boxes into your house. I'll be glad we can get back to a normal lifestyle. I only mention it because I don't want any of my subscribers to get sick. Oh no, we have peanuts in here. I think there's a special place in purgatory for those of you who use peanuts when you ship things. So what we have here is something I hoped to get at a train show but didn't. It's the Plasticville Super Market, which I plan to put on my Marx layout. I have one on the American Flyer layout. It's the large size supermarket, and it looks like this. Got the window inserts, thank goodness, and the door is supposed to be in there somewhere in the bag, so it should be good. It's obnoxious. Well, there's a box in there, but I got to get rid of the peanuts. So we'll go over to the trash can, and I don't even think the recycle people want the peanuts. Well, there's stuff in the box. We'll see what's in there. I didn't realize it came with a box. Well, there's the original box, and these are more parts for the supermarket, which I'm very happy to have. Not too heavy. Let's see what's in it. American Flyer, pre-war freight car, missing the brake stand. We'll see what I do with that, if anything. Another one, missing the brake stand. So this can go to recycle. We're not going to bring the boxes in the house. I think we're going to get down to some locomotives now. This is probably the Marx freight set I got on eBay. I forget what I paid, but I got a deal. We have the pacemaker caboose, chip corner. I can fix that if I want to. I do have a pacemaker caboose. Maybe I'll make that a future project, or maybe I'll just take it for parts. One of the things I really wanted was the rocket fuel car to go with my Cape Canaveral play set. And it has the tilt couplers on it, thank goodness. I was afraid it had the knuckle couplers. It has some rust that I'll have to address, but that's not a problem. Then we have the Pennsylvania gondola with tilt couplers, which I like, as I said. There's no caboose, but there's a double reduction motor. A 490. I'll tell you, next to peanuts, this shrink wrap is a bit of a pain because it is pretty tough stuff. Now this one's ordered for the motor. The cab roost chip. One of these days I hope to try to make an articulated locomotive out of these broken cab bodies, but so far I've not gotten around to even trying it. Just vaguely thinking about it. Oh boy, shrink wrap. Miserable shrink wrap. Stuff really clings. Alright, this is the one with a white stripe. You see it has 2 sets of gears instead of the big single gear. That's why it's called double reduction. It'll probably run, it's not frozen. Shows a little wear, but not a lot. This thing here, this little bar, the side rod hits it and makes a little noise, which is supposed to imitate a railroad sound, in case you wondered what that's for. So now we come to the final box, which is the Lionel box. we have a box in a box. Can't really complain when somebody goes to the trouble of wrapping something very well. It's thoughtful of them. Some people are lazy and don't do such a good job. Better in the long run to do it right. Saves everybody hassles. Unfortunately, we have peanuts. The kind of peanuts you could eat, but of course you can't eat them. These peanuts will fly everywhere. They have static cling, the world's biggest nuisance. Now my friend G-Man from My World 67 put me onto this type of locomotive. I didn't have one. And after he talked about one, I decided I had to have one. Kind of a monkey see, monkey do thing. It's a Scout type engine, but very much upgraded. It has the wire hand rails, the little whistle sticking up, the bell, missing the markers, which I can fix, headlight, and best of all, it has the push rods here. That's why I got it. This one's very smooth. It'll probably run. The only thing that's not the best on these is it has a sliding shoe instead of the roller shoe. The roller shoe is always better if you can get it. Sometimes the sliding shoes act up. I got two of these. The second one is gonna need help because it's missing the trucks. And you can see it has the cheaper version of the motor in it. The plastic frame, but it does have the push rods. It has the extra detail, no marker lights. I don't know. 1684 is the number. There's a little ding on the corner of the cab here. If you want to fix that, you have to heat that corner, and then it should bend up without cracking. You try to bend it without heating the corner, you're probably going to break it. So apply heat to that. Not too much. You don't want to melt it, but enough to soften it so that you can bend it up. These are both, this is a 1654. 1684. Now we'll go back to wrestling with shrink wrap, because I'm leaving all these materials in the trash can. Now on this caboose, if I wanted to, I can fix the crack in the roof, the missing corner, and paint the roof a different color, and try to illuminate it and stuff like that, and upgrade it, put marker lights on it, or I could harvest the smokestack, the end rails, and the trucks and use them on some other project. Well, I'm beginning to dislike shrink wrap as much as I dislike popcorn. Now you can get a better look at the rocket fuel car. Chemical rocket fuel, danger. Highly inflammable, a little faded, but it'll do. Better to have one than none. And it pretty much was a throw-in with the locomotive, of course. When I bid on something like this, I value these cars at about $5 a piece, and the engine at 10. So if I don't have to pay more than that, I figure I'm doing okay. If somebody else wants to spend more, fine, that's their business. You just have to be patient, and eventually you'll get what you want. Some people have so much money, they don't care. They'll just outbid you. It becomes a matter of pride or something. But you don't always have to outbid, folks. Think about the other guy. He may want this more than you. Why do you have to outbid him all the time? I guess it becomes a competitive thing, but it doesn't have to. Well, eBay is the new train show. I don't know when we're going to go back to train shows. I hear the one in York was canceled. Well, that's all for now, folks. remember, when you send somebody something eBay, avoid the popcorn and maybe the shrink wrap, but do a good job of packaging nevertheless.